Just before moving onward, you'll be hit with a strong, sweet whiff of garlic, scallions, and ginger as they're sauteed a street away in peanut and sesame oil. You will smell, but you won't see the Victory Hotel, which houses the Golden Dragon Chinese restaurant, the best hotel and the best restaurant this side of the oil refinery. The hotel is mostly used by visitors to the island, but it is known to be available on occasion to certain businessmen and professionals who are willing to pay the daily double room rate for the privacy of their illicit pleasures. The Golden Dragon is where the aldermen, the mayor, and lawyers take lunch, and where some of the doctors take theirs too. On occasion, you'll find Dr. Krishnu. He usually requests one of the several private dining suites at the back of the restaurant. He will, of course, not be alone, but the staff is discreet. Despite the distraction of the aroma from the Golden Dragon, know that there's street food higher up, exceptional and unusual food near the gates of the girls' school. You'll want to sample that too, to buy it from the vendor there. So have courage and steer the promenade tour onward. Behind Speaker's Corner is a large, shallow, round pool with a fountain at its center, a bronze mess of scaly fish entwined and with open mouths that once spouted water. But the fountain has not worked in years, and its pool is empty of water. The ceramic blue tile floor is covered in a carpet of freshly fallen orange petals. There are benches around the fountain, and these are occupied by court hearing attendees, office clerks, and idlers. Nut vendors walk up and down the promenade, cream-colored canvas bags slung from their shoulders. Their outstretched hands show off small brown paper packages of unshelled peanuts. It is nearly the town's official lunchtime, and the air is fragrant with the scent of foods from vendors' outdoor cooking and from the jeeps parked at promenade's far end, out of which hot dogs and hamburgers are already being barbecued and sold. The scent of food rising up from all corners of the city is a blessing. Huddled at the base of tall, stately trees are people who have staked claim on these meager spots and will ward off anyone who trespasses with shrieks, curse, and lunges, armed with frail fists and fearsome body odors. Even the police leave them alone. If you look closely, you will see sleeping figures in the densest sections of shrubbery planted by the town's gardeners. Past the fountain is a towering bronze pedestal, on top of which is a disproportionately smaller, pigeon-blessed statue of Mahatma Gandhi, dhoti-clad and stepping briskly forward. He seems about to step off his base and into the air. Behind the Gandhi statue, in the center of the tree-shaped shaded promenade, is the biggest statue of all, a full and highly detailed bronze of Queen Victoria in ample skirt, every fold rendered, sporting crown and scepter, also streaked in dried white pigeon droppings. Fading into the distance are more water features, none of which function, and more statues of past governors, past mayors, and business benefactors. The high school attached to the convent has just recessed for lunch. The electronic wrought iron gate grates and rumbles as it slides open, and the girls, rowdy and excited, spill out. They head for the doubles vendor, whose daily intake revolves around this very moment. When they cross the boundary line of the gate that separates the world of commodities and desires from that supposedly of learning and restraint, the girls seem, one by one, to take a vertiginous step, to misstep, falter, and land a little off to the side, or illogically too far forward. If you were to videotape their exit entrance and play back the moment in slow motion, you would discover the cause of that odd blip in the girls' appearance and gait. You would see their hands grabbing the waistbands of their skirts, and smart flicks of the wrist to turn the waistband under once, twice, and sometimes even 3 times, in order to shorten the skirts to well above the knees, a movement studied and practiced until it is executed so swiftly that a casually watching eye sees a jump cut in life. Bits of the girls' shirts are normally pinned tight at the neck with a brooch, but by the time the girls reach the food vendor, house badges have been whipped off and necks exposed. All morning, the vendor is preparing for this lunchtime crush by frying on the spot batches of split pea flour patties and heating up large vats of curry chana she carted from her home. Buzzing around the vendor already are 6th form students from the boys' college 3 streets away. They've come for the girls first and the doubles as a kind of side order. And now the girls have arrived. Vashti Krishnu is here. Her parents, Dr. and Mrs. Krishnu, who consider themselves to be of high-caliber Indian ancestry, prefer not to know that their 2 daughters buy and eat street food. They know it is fashionable. The food section of the daily paper often praises the inventiveness and culturally hybrid taste of Trinidadian street food, the doubles, aloo pies, tamarind balls, pone, sugar cane, hailing it to be among the tastiest in the world. But still, Dr. and Mrs. Krishnu can't bring themselves to eat food prepared by people whose sanitary habits are unknown, food served in the germ-filled, fly-infested outdoors.